real solutions to money, relationships, wellness, and more. Shine a light onto your day and into your life. Power Your Life with Dr. Joanne White.
Welcome to Power Your Life. I'm Joanne White, your host. My first guest is an image and branding expert that's showing others it's possible to live your passion and walk with purpose. Welcome, author and speaker S. Renee.
Thank you. It's good to be here, Joanne.
It's my pleasure. You do so much with people in terms of helping them access and live their passion. Why does it seem to be such a difficult thing to live your passion?
Yeah, because society tells us who we need to be and what we need to have. And so as a result, we are in search of things versus being connected with ourselves. And that's what makes it so difficult. But once we get it, we get it.
And that's sort of what you do. You really help people get it and connect with their self. What's the strategy behind that for you?
Yeah, asking a lot of questions. Taking
like
people.
What question do you ask?
I start off asking people, so tell me, what is it that you want to do? And they'll tell me, and I say, why? And they'll tell me something else, and I say, why? Tell something else, and we keep going back until we get to that space within themselves, oftentimes a pain space, and we get it. The light bulb comes on, and they realize that their life has been setting them up for something great.
So on some level, they really have that information within, and your job is to help kind of extract that with them so that they have that aha moment.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Many people come to you and they're fearful about living their passion, living their dreams, actually being out there with what they've sort of come here to do with their mission. How do you help them overcome the fear, ask Renee?
Oh, that's a great question, because many people suffer with that. And it all goes back to, Joanne, to that what does society want me to be, or who do they want me to be, and am I going to be better than someone else? We live in a society where competition is important, right? Free enterprise. Well, it's also with people, we are constantly comparing ourselves to people, you know, looking across the fence, and we're saying, they have more than I, and so I have to work harder, I have to be better. So when we get comfortable with ourselves and why we're on the planet, and we learn to be, that's when we become true creators of what we're meant to be and who we're meant to be, and we begin to live on purpose.
So one of the secrets, like, as you're saying, is just to do away with that whole comparative piece. She's better than me, she's prettier than me, she's brighter, whatever it is.
Absolutely, right? And the piece of I have to have. We live in a place of abundance within, and we live in abundance. Many of us have more dresses than we need, more suits than we need, you know, more makeup than we would ever imagine that we would have.
I have a 1950s closet, and I keep thinking, how did they fit because they didn't have all those clothes, because I can't even fit my clothes in there, so I definitely understand. Exactly. This book, you do so much with branding. Tell us a little bit about how people get to their personal brand.
Yeah. It comes from a place of authenticity. A lot of times people get confused about branding and image. Right. Okay, so image is I show up to impress you.
Right.
Personal branding is I show up in who I am and why I've been called to the planet and what I'm to do, and I reach my market, and my market loves me. They're waiting for me. And so branding is a process by which people discover why they're here, what they're here to do, their personality, and they show up in that, and it attracts their market because they're looking for them, they're waiting for them, they're waiting for that problem to be solved.
So it's part of those questions that you ask us, Renee, to help them get to that core of why am I here, who am I, and what am I here to do? And then once that happens, there's some beautiful energy and synergy, because they're alive in a way that they've never been before.
Absolutely. And one of the questions, because a lot of times people have heard those questions, who am I, why am I here? But another question that I ask people that they may not have heard before is, think of yourself on a billboard. And think about the number of people that are passing by your billboard, and what are the 5 words you would like them to know about what you do?
I'm seeing that billboard, right? That's a great way to do it.
Yeah.
Many people come to you also because they have low self-esteem and they need to be out there. What do you do? What's one tip that you can give us, or 2, about building someone's self-esteem?
Yeah. Learning to trust your opinion of yourself more than you trust other people's opinion about you.
And again, it's not listening to all the
Yeah.
chatter out there, but focusing within. How do you get somebody to do that?
People have to learn. There's no, great strategy with it. It is a choice. Just as it's a choice to listen to someone else's opinion, it's a choice to accept your own. And so really it's about the choice that you have. There's 2 paths. And you get to choose what path you go. You get to choose what job you have. You get to choose who you marry. You get to choose what church you go to, or synagogue, or temple. So you make all those choices, and you get to choose what goes on inside here and here.
And that's that whole connection between the mind and the heart that's in the body, so it's perfect.
Absolutely.
You do a great job. Great books. I have this. Thank you so much.
You're
and this,
welcome.
And this is a new gift from me, Self-Esteem for
ma'am.
Dummies.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you, S. Renee. You are a pleasure, and you do so much for people.
Thank you. Good to be here. Thank you for the work that you do as well.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Take care. Still to come on Power Your Life, women who say you can't have it all. Are they wrong? After the break, you're going to hear from a certified business and life coach who says you can have it all. So stay tuned.